Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Vampire Air Elementalist of Kikubukudka for week 6 of the Crawl Sudden Death Challenge. And in the last video, we ran away from Azrael. We finished a couple dungeon floors. It's slow going, but with these rods, I can't say it enough times, I guess. Arguably, I already have said it enough times, but you got to keep talking when you're doing videos, and I don't know what else to say sometimes. We've got some cool spells, but mostly we've got good rods, and this Centaur Skeleton, man, he did not want to give up the ghost. I guess I could have just dispelled him. I forgot that I can do that. But we're just sort of waiting on some direction from Crawl. What should I do next? What do I train? And that's mostly just means just waiting for something interesting to drop. Or if it goes like forever and I've got a lot of experience to burn, I could work on Simulacrum. That's sort of the next direction to go. But I think I have all the tools I need to finish Spider at this point. For vaults, I guess I would like to have Simulacrum. So I guess the question is, how soon do I have to start training Simulacrum in order to have it online for vaults? And I don't know the answer to that. But I will say my evocation, all the stuff I'm training right now seems like it's doing well enough. Are there any spells I can forget yet? I mean, Corpse Rod is still valuable in some scenarios. I'm not really using Confuse, but... Dazzling Spray. I can forget that. So it's in one book, which I would not mind tearing up. Yeah, let's just go get that and regain some spell levels that way. I don't know. I'm still not going to really be able to learn Simulacrum because I'll only have 5 levels and it's level 6. So let's just get another half level of spellcasting, I guess. And with that, I can learn Simulacrum, which will let me train Ice Magic so that I can eventually get Simulacrum online. And one of the problems with Simulacrum is the problem with like every necromancy spell is if you don't have corpses to get going with, yes, it's hard to get started on a floor. So that's the thing that Kiku is going to address, I expect, right? Is we're going to walk into vaults, and we're going to just ask for 5 corpses or something. We'll only have to ask once. She'll give us like 5 corpses. And from that, you can just create a ton of simulacra. And they should be able to get the ball rolling, so to speak. I guess I'll use the rod instruction first. Do I haste for this? Yeah, of course I do. Let's zap him once first and see what happens. Okay, let's haste. That was a rude awakening. And the rod didn't do anything useful, so let's use the lightning rod instead. Yeah, he's heavily wounded. He's dead. Okay, didn't need haste, but he hit me with that one, was it Hellfire? Or just Fireball even. Did a lot of damage, and I didn't want to mess around. So, an overreaction, but I've got plenty of haste. I don't have plenty of extra lives, so I just wanted to be sure. Wield, I don't really have any good weapons left. Let's zap them? It's not really very effective, is it? Is he immune to lightning? What is going on? No, my static discharge did literally nothing. What? Oh, it's resistant. Apparently it doesn't attack stuff that's resistant to electricity. I didn't realize that. That's interesting. Well, let's just use a wand of cold here. Missed. Ugh. Sack of spiders. I just want to kill this. There. Some spiders will do. And my rods were empty. I don't know. I could have saved resources by just running away, but I didn't want to. So that's the kind of thing that can get you in trouble. I think it was fine, kind of. Like, it was a waste of resources, but it's not one that's really going to hurt me. I don't know. Cost me a few charges on my Wand of Cold, which is something I would like to avoid, but... Oh, and I did have charges left on my Rod of Destruction. I thought they were like, it was like empty. Okay. Just kill that guy, please. Thank you. Where were we going? We were going to go back down to Dungeon 14, but I'm going to wait for these rods to recharge, I think. This Centaur Warrior is a little clueless. And it looks like Static Discharge is enough to kill stuff, even like yellow threats. Whoops, hello, nice to see you, sir. But with Tukimas, like anything that that has weapons is also pretty trivial. So we have a lot of different tools, and when you add them all up, we can handle a lot of different enemies. I miscast. This is a great spot for Static Discharge. Don't miscast it, you chump. Wield the lightning rod. And like that. Pow! And that is fine. I don't know. It's not going to do a lot of damage when it's spread so thin, but... So I don't know if I mentioned in, like, this video or a recent video or any... certainly not in this video, but in this series, rather, that lightning rod, like, the first time you fire it, it's kind of like a weak bolt that doesn't do a lot of damage, but it establishes a boundary, and for every turn thereafter that you spend... Whoa, Kirka's around here. That you spend zapping the rod, it covers an area between where you last zapped it and where you're now zapping it, basically. And so if you fire it in a very narrow beam, it does a lot more damage. And if you fire it in a wider beam, it of course covers more area, but does less damage per enemy that it hits. Or for each enemy, to each enemy that it hits. Okay, so here's like... I mean, Dream Lightning Rod, right? It's also a Dream Rod of Ignition, but... like, look at this. This is gorgeous. And Kirka is sort of trapped and unable to turn me into a pig at the moment. She's caught in between all those hogs. Now she's not. Oh well. And I don't really care about that slime creature, so I'm just going to aim it at Kirka. She's almost dead. Let's back off. Oh, and my Centaur zombie killed her. Good work, buddy. Can you please kill this slime creature in the back? Meanwhile, yowza, slime creatures, you don't fight those in a corridor. They're going to kind of all glom onto each other. Yeah, let's leave. I thought maybe putting some zombies in between them would stop them from growing, but they found their way around. And out in the open, the slime creatures are not a big threat, really. Is he wielding a weapon or anything? No. Okay. Oh my gosh, why am I so bad at casting this stupid spell? Sure. So, I mean, it's kind of more of the same. We're just, I mean, but, of course, the dungeon is getting more dangerous. Let's actually put on the Hunting Sling of Evasion while we're here. But we're killing monsters in largely the same way that we have been. I guess that's not really true, right? I mean, we were using Corpse Rot a lot more earlier. Now we're sort of... I mean, it's the same way we have been for some time, not all game. Ooh, you don't say. A Demon Blade. Well, I don't have one of those, but if I do find one, you are welcome to it. Demon. No demon weapons yet. And we can't go into depths, which is where you would typically find a Demon Blade. But there could be some in vaults, maybe. Yeah, it's not super likely. And we can go into depths later, once we've finished Tomb. Let me try out this Lightning Rod, I guess, is a good tool for this job. There we go. Zapparoonie. Anyway, so the ooh, finally, our first pair of gloves all game. How exciting. I'm just going to completely ignore this hill giant. He's going to get walloped by that giant club in a second. Sure, got him. And now he's a zombie. It's Louise, eh? That could be a problem. She could banish us. Does she have a weapon of distortion? No. Though it would have been nice if she did, because I could rip it out of her hands. She could banish us with the spell. It would be okay. We have some stealth. We have bat form. You know, it would be all right, probably. But I'd rather not, all the same. So I guess we Tukima's dance her. Wow, she has good MR. We got her anyway. And then we just sort of back off. Let some zombies go at her for a sec. And get out a lightning rod. Louise blinks, sure. And now the longsword is going after the brown ugly thing because it's between... Wow! Good work, Mr. Longsword. Wow, that kind of hurts. I don't appreciate that at all. Rod of Ignition is good for white ugly things. And Louise. Did she blink again? Where is she? I don't really want to leave this corridor because it is a convenient... Ooh, I don't know if I should have had that blood because now I've lost my cold resistance. I just wanted to be able to heal. So I became not thirsty to heal faster, but I don't think that was a good plan. I'm just going to grab some corpses, I guess. And what did we get? Yeah, this is a fine army. Everyone kill those ugly things, please. Wow. Kill Louise, please. Is that actually a corpse I can make anything out of? It is. So I'm gonna consider... Why is, like, nothing is happening? I guess there's just combat down there? Yeah. She's fighting the thing. Let's corpse rot the area. I'm poisoned. Yeah, well, that kind of stinks. She's standing in rot, though. Cast, I do have repel missiles on, right? Yeah, I do. She's been hitting me a lot. I'm kind of tempted to try, like, to just quaff some heal wounds in case she nails me with more lightning. but I only have 2 of them. You know, if I had 8, you know, happily. Any wands I can use productively? I could use a wand of draining. That passes right through my undead army. Or like a box of beasts, maybe? Sack of spiders? Let's use the sack of spiders. Alright, she's out of the poison. Now I've got a ton of spiders. That's cool. Everybody kill Louise. There's the lightning. Missed me. How's Louise looking? Severely wounded. Okay. Well, since I'm not using my rods, let's switch to the hunting sling for the evasion. Louise is pretty capable, apparently. She banished the spider. Goodness. Still severely wounded. Alright, well, let's have some more zombies then, shall we? What did we even get? Oh, terrible, terrible zombies. Let's try that again. We got a hound. That's the only corpse? That's terrible. Come on, Kiku. Fine, I'll use a wand of drain. I don't want to, though, because it's not identified. We would be wasting charges on it. I didn't really expect Louise to be a big issue. Box of beasts. Right, she blinked. I guess this large shield is letting her block a lot. But I think she's now pinned a little bit too closely to get away from. Yeah. Okay. That was a little bit unnerving. But, you know, we have lots of backup evocables in addition to the rods that are our mainstay. That's the thing that makes sense, right? They are our mainstay? I think so. There's a vault guard, so Takima's is great. Back off. There goes the vault guard. I love that. Kill? These are the weakest zombies in the world, but golden eyes are not that strong. He seems to have confused me, though. These ugly things are kind of a problem. But I can use rods now. I'm not encumbered by all these zombies hanging around that I would be worried about hurting, perhaps. And then switch to lightning rod. It was a shapeshifter. Okay. Can you eat these? No, they don't have blood. Okay. But they do leave corpses, so you can animate them. Oh, but I waited too long and the corpse vanished. I have some gloves to wear, don't I? Well, let's use this lightning rod in here to clean up. The Sky Beast isn't going to mind, but I don't mind the Sky Beast either, actually, now that I look at it. And we can just use, like, the Rod of Destruction for him. Cool. We've got a bunch of zombies and skeletons. And now, what kind of ugly things are these? Green. Okay, well that's fine. We're near bloodless, so the poison is not going to be an issue. And we have these lightning rods, so the fact that it's a big group is fine. I don't know exactly how the damage calculations work for like area. Is it like the number of these division signs is, you know, scales inversely with the damage, or is it something more complicated? Does it have anything to do with your evocation skill, like how effectively you can spread the fire? I really don't know. Everyone get in here. Let's Takima's this jerk. Yeah, that should be... Honestly, I don't know. Maybe it won't completely take care of him, but it'll help a lot. And I'm just going to sort of stand in the middle and see who needs help, which side of the combat. Probably the south is going to need help a lot sooner. Yeah, the Tengu warrior was not as strong as his weapon. Poor guy. At least not a weapon animated by somebody as accomplished as I am at hexing. We're losing our zombies, but it's not really a big deal. Let's use the Rod of Destruction here. Stuff died. Oh, I can learn Simulacrum now. I could have learned it a little while ago. I didn't notice it go up to 10.5. Yeah, Rod of Destruction is still fine here. And then, I don't know. Lightning Rod is fine, whatever. So let's turn off spellcasting. Go get Simulacrum. And off we go. I gotta remember, I can dispel those guys. Memorize, please. Simulacrum. Yeah, I don't really need any of this other stuff. Yep, okay, I'm convinced. Just had to double check. Yes. So dodging, I think, is okay where it is. Let's just go hard on ice magic here. Try to get Simulacrum going. Right now it's at 99%. But having Simulacrum for vaults would be great. You know, there's nothing quite like an army of Golden Dragon Simulacra tearing things up. Let's go back to the dungeon now. And I guess off we go, huh? We should be almost done with Dungeon 14, I think. Okay, so it's still moving a little slow here in terms of like just like server lag or whatever it is that has been troubling us. But the character can play pretty quickly, as long as the rods have ammo, which we can sort of give them ammo very quickly by resting if we're already bloodless and there's nothing to worry about. Sadly, I'm going to have to bottle up this centaur and drink a bit of it, because that 98 HP is lower than I would like to be. Nice, one-shotting centaurs. Rod of Ignition does some real damage. And look, we're at 98% on Simulacrum. Just like 90 more levels of ice magic and it'll be totally castable. Of course, that's not actually how it works. It would be kind of sucky if it were. It's based on like, oh gosh, I don't know. I think it ends up modeling out kind of like a logistic function. How, what your fail rate is. Like it's flat for a while, and then there's a sweet spot where it like really spikes up, where the castability of a spell spikes up a lot. And then as it approaches 0 again, it flattens out a lot. which I think is like what a logistic function looks like. But I don't know exactly what they use to model that. It would be an interesting thing to look up at some point, I suppose. Hello, Gargoyle. Oof. It's one-shotting stuff. I don't want to mess with these guys, so a rod charge is fine. When there was just one, I was happy to play around with just zapping him, but now that there's a whole horde of them, okay, there we go. All right, that's dungeon 14. Cool. I think we've got time for dungeon 15 in this video. You know, as if there were a timer, right? I can do what I want. I can make videos long. I can make the videos short. I have your fate in my hands. Wow, that worked, which surprises me. I kind of feel like I need some more hexes if that thing was able to, if it had such a good chance of resisting. Not for this skeletal warrior in particular, because Dispel Undead is going to be just, it's going to absolutely raffle stomp him. But if there are monsters around here who can resist my Tukimas so easily, then I want to fix that. Let's try Destruction. And Lightning. Oh, wrong lightning rod. Whoops. This one was, I guess it was fine. And then we can just dispel these guys the rest of the way down. And then go upstairs. Oh, that battle axe that we enchanted killed, I guess, both of the Tengu. I'll rest here, see if it kills anything else. It looks like it's probably not going to, though. Okay, well, that was fine. Upstairs. I would feel a little better mapping this, actually, because Dungeon 15 is kind of a scary place, and we're not going to be going to a lot of scary places in the near future. I don't know. Tomb is, but, like, you know what Tomb is shaped like. It's... There's only, I think, like 2 tomb floor layouts, maybe. Maybe there's only one, but I'm sure I've seen, like, a slightly different Tomb 1 before. Maybe that's the only one that can vary. I think Tomb 3 can too? I don't know. But Tomb is not very randomized, I suppose, is a fair thing to say. Yeah, we got some centaurs. So you don't really need to map Tomb, because the way you fight Tomb is you just stand on the stairs and you kill stuff, and then you go back upstairs and you rest. Well, really, you stand on the stairs for 1 turn, and then you go back upstairs to stair dance whatever stuff you're pulling. Wield, I don't know, ignition. Yeah, that looks like a pretty good conflagration to start here. Just explosions everywhere for days. I don't mind getting hit by this. And then let's back off and get a shot like this, maybe, with the lightning rod. Well, it looks like the zombies kind of have things under control. Maybe not. Okay, there go all the worms and the everything. And now we've got a bunch of ugly thing zombies, which is nice. An armor shop, huh? That's nice. I wonder, like, if all these zombies I'm making are helping. Like, obviously they did some damage, and that was nice. But they meant that I couldn't really use my rods without angering zombies. So I don't know. Yeah, that's kind of no good. So I'm just thinking ahead to when we're going to be in Spider, killing stuff with lightning rods and so on. But the fact that there was a shop at all on this floor is encouraging, because they often come in 3s or 4s. A floor with one shop will have a lot of commerce on it. And we might find something we'd like. Jewelry, maybe. What do we do with a fire dragon? How are my rods looking? They're looking great. So I guess just get out the big lightning rod, and I'm not sure if it'll all be necessary, but I want to have the firepower should I need it. Yeah, okay. Butcher this in case I end up wanting a fire dragon armor. And we did get one, so that's nice. Sonja, what are you doing on Dungeon 15? Isn't this like... Are you up past your bedtime, kiddo? Did she not even see me? This seems like a dangerous place for Sonja to be. Dangerous for her, not for us. But, you know, I keep forgetting to put on these dang gloves. Put on the dang gloves. I don't know. I'm never going to see that note, but there it is. Now I'll at least know I've been an idiot if I forget to put them on again. See, I don't know. I'm just going to walk away, and like the zombies will kill some things and some zombies will die. I don't know. Something's dead, but it's not Sonja. Yeah, now it's Sonja though, I bet. So there's some Curari, which is valuable. Well, we don't need a Cobalt zombie, honestly. Why is there a Winddrake here, even? I don't know. Let's just use the Rod of Destruction, I suppose. Oh, it bounced off the wall. I zapped myself there, but it missed, so it was fine. Okay, off we go. Rods recharged. Murderizing. There's something throwing stones? Come on, Crimson Imp, like, you got better things to do, man, than risk your life to come down here and throw stones at my Sky Beast zombie. I don't know what those things are. Okay, so like a fire giant. I sort of imagine he might have the ability to resist my Tukima's dance. Oh, yeah, but only 50%. Oh, we got him. Can I confuse him? He's confused. Wow, we are getting really lucky rolls. Yeah, and he drowned. I actually am a little surprised that he is able to drown in lava. I thought maybe he would be lava-proof. Not that it really matters. I'm thrilled that he drowned. Book of the Earth. That is all just junk. There's some good spells in there, but none of them are really for me. Distant slurping noise I do not appreciate. You stay away from my loot, you dang jellies. Looks like they got to some of it, maybe. Oh, let's just dispel him. Yeah, my own magic points recharge faster than the rod magic points, and they're less important, so... Yeah, this guy... Nice. Dispel Undead is a real big help for undead threats, perhaps unsurprisingly. Hello? Please be dead. It doesn't have great range. And the damage per magic point, I don't know, it's alright, but it's not great. But damage per second, or per odd, I guess, arbitrary unit of time, is pretty good. You can quickly bring down some undead threats if you've got the magic points to spare. And so like that's what we're going to be using probably a lot of in Tomb. I guess I'll just dispel all this junk too. I don't know. Seems fine. And in Tartarus, I kind of hope to just not fight Ereshkigal. Maybe blink around her, fly by in bad form to snag the rune. Have we found apportation yet? No. All right, well, that does it for the dungeon. In the next video, we have very little choice. We have to go to Spider next. There's nowhere left that we're allowed to go other than Spider, I think. Yeah, sounds right. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.